My name is Jack Rome, and on behalf of the Center for Awakening, I'm glad to welcome you to Meet the Speaker, a live series with speakers from the upcoming 3-day online immersive conference, Awake in Stillness, The End of Dreaming, taking place from November 8th to 10th. This series is designed to give you a brief taste of the direct experience that you can expect from each session during the conference. Bill Free is the founder of Pure Presence Productions, a conference platform for thought leaders, wisdom teachers, and facilitators from non-duality, science, and philosophy to promote the expansion, understanding, and direct experience of awareness for beings around the world to awaken to their true identity. Bill offers retreats, self-inquiry guided meditations, book studies, masterclass retreats, and workshops to help others discover realized awareness for themselves. Bill invites us to recognize that stillness is, and we cease to speak. So, Bill, welcome. Thank you so much again for joining us. And with the brief time that we have today, could you give us a taste of what you mean by stillness is and we cease to speak, as well as perhaps recommend the best ways to engage with each session during the conference? I know we're going to have a lot of wonderful sessions, and it comes at quite a pivotal time for a lot of us. Would love to hear what comes up naturally for you right now.
Well, thank you, Jack, for doing this for the Center for Awakening and Pure Presence conferences and these multiple interviews that you've facilitated and hosted, and I really appreciate all the teachers and speakers that have been they've said yes to this venue so that everyone can have a taste of what the conference energy is about. And that is that's how the title came about. The Awake in Stillness title is it's exactly what awakening requires in order to realize the self, in order for enlightenment to take place or awakening to happen. It happens in the stillness. And this conference that we're sharing with the world for free is really pointed and geared at helping many people, whoever you are, whoever they are, to invite the direct experience of awakening or a glimpse of awakening or even a taste of what the meaning is from one of these. We have over 27 speakers for this conference. This is our largest conference, our ninth one in 5 years. And there's just a real pull and an inspiration for me to have a platform, to have a venue where anyone with a device can log on, and hopefully you'll really give yourself the gift of a quiet place, a single pointed focus and attention, set away the distractions from what might grab your attention, and really give yourself the invitation to hear something that might stir your own awakening experience, that might cause you to be curious or to self-inquire. Excuse me. Or to self-inquire your true nature. And I'll give you a sense of what some of these sessions will be about. Some will be monologue. We have amazing teachers, some of the greatest non-dual and progressive path teachers of Advaita, and we have Swami from the Advaita Society in New York City. He'll be having a conversation with Rupert Spira. We have many teachers that will bring you to the experience of self-inquiry, meditation, contemplation, all of these things. And what I'm going to just share with you right now, if you're able to just give your attention to this experience right now, no matter where you are in the world, if you're in Europe, if you're in South America, if you're in Asia, if you're in Australia, it doesn't matter. If you're in the United States, for sure, this matters. We're in our election cycle right now for 2024, and many of us are nervous about who is going to be elected as president of the United States. And Europe is very concerned because the president, the next president, really does matter in relationship to the conflicts that we have in these different regions around the world. And although this is a spiritual conference and this is a spiritual communique right here, we live in the world. In these body mind, these body suits, we live in a world, in the world that seems very real, and it has a relative effect on our own experience. So if you are scared about this election that's happening right now, it's next week, we're going to vote on who the president is, and it will determine the direction of the United States, which is a world leader in what happens around the world. So if you're scared about this election and whether or not your candidate will win, and you feel that you'll be more safe, more secure in that in that selection, that person being voted for and elected president. If you have anxiety over the election, if you're like, I don't know what to do, this election is being brought to you as a way of awakening, and all things that are disturbing your peace, that are triggers for your emotions, that cause you to feel like you're helpless, or and life is hopeless. These are all triggers for you to go deeper in your own awakening. And I'll give you for instance, and a practice that we can have right now. If you notice anxiety over the election, if you have fear around the election, if you have a preference, if you just know, oh my God, what am I going to do if he wins? Ah, or what am I going to do if she wins? Ah, because people are on both sides of the fence. And I'm not going to say who my pick is here, because this is for your healing experience. So whatever that fear or worry, anxiety is, set aside just for a moment, just set aside the election, and be grateful it brought that to you, because it's an emotion that you have buried in the unconscious mind, that's buried in the vault, that you don't have access to. You just know that it comes out when these situations happen, and then it goes back and hides again, and then it comes out again on a different issue. This issue might be the election. Set the election aside. And now, as awakening awareness, as consciousness itself, as awareness, the awareness that you are, now take that energy of fear, anxiety, worry, and angst and preferences, bring that in, and love it. Love this is like having a small child that's scared, and you're saying, oh, honey, come, mommy is here, or daddy is right here, and that will gently bring that little one out of its nightmare, it back into the bosom of its seeming source. And in this case, you are the source of all things. You are what God is. You are the image and the likeness of God, as pure awareness, pure presence. And you're welcoming that energy, that fear, anxiety, worry, and or maybe even grievances. You're welcoming that energy back into itself as itself, and you're allowing it to be dissolved into the awareness of love's presence, which is your natural state. And this is one way to heal the mind that thinks that it's separate, that that knows that it's not. And this is a way of healing that mind from the seeming sense of separation. And it will also heal the fear, the anxiety, the worry, so that then you come out of that experience. And whoever is elected, you'll be able to have peace of mind and not be guided by worry or fear and not be guided by who you think should have won, because that healing effect, it works. It happens every time. And these are the kinds of teachings, these are the kinds of sessions that you'll find at this conference, because I invited all the speakers, so I have an inside knowing of what's coming at this conference, and you'll benefit from any session that you go to. You'll benefit from it if you set aside, if you really give yourself the space of being present for any session that you're in, turn off distractions, be there 100%, and you'll benefit from coming to this conference. And I want to thank you for watching this video, watching any of them, and also for coming to the Awaken Stillness Conference. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be our most inspired and outstanding conference yet. And I look forward to seeing you there. And thank you, Jack, for this chance to share this with the world and the audience.
Mhm. Mhm. Absolutely. Uh, Hearing you talk about that, I can't think of a better time. How beautiful it worked out that next weekend, from the time of our doing this live stream, we'll be able to get together. And I can say now, after having talked with so many of the speakers that will be speaking during the conference, you're right. That I completely agree. Just any session, one session, three sessions, five sessions, you show up with no distractions and are fully like single pointed in your focus on the teaching, it's going to be so profoundly beneficial for you.
Yeah,
And that is, that's the miracle. That's the miracle. We come out of the dream together.
right.
So,
Yeah. And if you really want to make this a powerful conference experience for you, bring a journal, write stuff down, in the moment, just and then go back to it. Don't try to write everything down, because that'll be a distraction, but have a pen and paper handy so you can journal things and be fully present and fully engaged in whatever session you go to. This is going to be an amazing awakening experience for many, and it might be your time. Every day is your time, but this might be the time that you're ready to awaken
yeah,
to your true nature.
yeah, yeah. Beautiful. Well, that's the taste. We'll leave it there and leave the rest for when we get together for the conference. But Bill, thank you so much again for your time. So looking forward to this. And, to everybody watching now, maybe watching later, maybe you're getting excited for the conference. We really hope that you'll join us at the Awaken Stillness Conference. Again, it's from November 8th to 10th, so very, very soon, for more direct experience teaching. And you can register for free at purepresenceconferences.com. So until then, we hope to see you there. Thank you so much. Thank you, Bill.
Thank you. Bye, everyone. Bye,
Bye-bye.
Jack.